Hey traders from around the world, this is Jeremy Alexander Newsom with Real Life Trading. Hope you're doing absolutely fantastic. Checking out the markets today and looking at some gaps. Got ourselves Green Mountain Coffee Roasters. This is one to keep a slight eye on this afternoon. Good gap. I like the gap location. Has a good edge. The stock gapped down already, traded up into a moving average, and now has made a lower low and a lower high with some good volume. So I'm keeping an eye on the Green Mountain Coffee Roasters. Here's the hourly chart on Green Mountain. And you can see some black candles yesterday, which did show and did prove that this is going to be a little bit of a retesting type of stock. So to give this one a little bit of time to retest. So right now, I'm looking at the 5-minute chart on Green Mountain Coffee Roasters, and this is kind of what I'm seeing and keeping my eye on. I'm in a trade right now, and I'm very, very close to a stop. I'll get stopped out for a little bit of a loss, half of an R and some change if I do get stopped out. But here's what I initially noticed earlier. So you had a one black crow on Green Mountain Coffee Roasters. There was the retest. Entry, bearish, stop, 95.90, give or take, right about there. And then I move my stop down after that consolidation. That's what we see at the moment. So what I would like for Green Mountain Coffee Roasters to do is we're forming kind of a trend line like this. I would really love it if, well, number one, if it broke bearish, that would be great. But if it could just continue to trade sideways for a little bit and then let the 10 exponential moving average on the 15-minute chart catch up with Green Mountain Coffee Roasters, that could be really, really healthy for this particular stock, at least for the bearish trade. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but I'm keeping an eye on this trend line because we really do need to break the trend, start getting some sideways moves, and then have the 10 exponential catch up, and then we could have a potentially phenomenal risk-reward ratio if it does continue to trade sideways. And if it does roll over, I'll be happy. 90, this is really a good target for me down this area. And just keeping a close eye on it, see what it does. So it looks nice overall, I guess. So there you go. Netflix, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm sure you guys are all aware of my sentiments on Netflix. And Zane, my good friend Zane, who's a real life trader, texted me this morning. He's like, I bet you're looking at Netflix, aren't you? And I said yes. This was my exact trade. I wrote the plan down. Look for a pullback to around 601. Buy the bounce. Guys, destroyed Netflix today. It was dirty. I think I should get free net subscriptions for life for what I did to this thing. The low of the day was 629. So I had a contingency order at 601 to buy weekly calls. 600 was the stop. So I got close. So it was $1 risk, and I exited at 612. It's a 1 to 12 risk to reward ratio on Netflix. I exited at my target. I was happy about it. Phenomenal. Great trade. So Netflix, anyway, on the daily chart, continuing higher, and that's not a huge shock by any means. We talked about this back on the 21st of April and even farther, that once this gap happened, I mentioned that Netflix was going into the 600s. There is nothing stopping it, and there's nothing stopping it. So Netflix likely will continue to head higher. Next target really for me is 641.40 on Netflix, so I'll be keeping a close eye on that, see what's going on, and looks good overall. And also, today was the last day for this wager. I said if Netflix trades below 530 before May 15th, that I would grow Jerry Mungo sideburns, which is that singer, one of the singers. Anyway, so that's not going to happen unless just Netflix does something insane today. That no sideburns for me. Tesla's looking a little bit better today. I do have a target on Tesla at 252.35 and then 259.64. So hoping Tesla continues up a little bit. The good trend, healthy move. Apple, I'm also keeping a very, very close eye on Apple. I got into some June 127 calls yesterday. The gap on Apple, guys, is really, really pretty on the hourly chart between yesterday and today. So there is some resistance in this area, granted. So my main thought is I'm just going to pause here and give this a week or two to see if it can trade up and break out. If it can't, I'll exit the calls for profit or do a debit spread or something, but mitigate my risk, because I don't imagine, or at least I don't think, Apple trades up to 133 anytime soon. It definitely could, but it is a giant triangle. I'm thinking it'll probably do something like this, and then at some point break out. But we did get into a bull put spread on Apple very recently on the 12th of May. 12th of May. So watching that one closely and just seeing what it does overall. So, boys and girls, I'm excited about the market. Keep my eyes on it, expecting and waiting for a general breakout. I am excited about what could happen and ready to see what this market does. El Pollo Loco gap down today to really a location that I didn't like. I didn't like a gap down, so I didn't play it. Plus, it was not shortable today anyway, at least yet. So, if you're looking at El Pollo Loco and we get a high wave doji today, look to trade whatever direction El Pollo Loco breaks out of. On that doji. Shake Shack also was not shortable yesterday, which was really, really upsetting because this was my analysis on it yesterday. I gave this a 9% chance of being bullish. I called that before the morning open and talked about that it was going to fade. So it is a little bullish today, I agree, but I'm still not sold on it. I think we're going to get another little bit of rotation down, probably a little bit of a low. I'm looking to buy maybe some Shake Shack action around $60, but who knows how that trade can shake up. Ladies and gentlemen, have a great day. Today is my mom and my sister's birthday, May 15th, so I'm making sure to send them some love via this webinar because I'm sure they listen in to all my stock market updates, right, Mom? Folks from around the world, have a great weekend. I'll see you Monday, and until then, remember, love life, live life, and trade it.